SAP Concur versus Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance, two giants in business management software, but which one truly powers your company forward? On one side, SAP Concur, the gold standard in travel and expense management. On the other, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance, the comprehensive solution for financial operations. We're putting both to the test in the areas that actually count: integration, automation, reporting, user experience, cost, and support. Forget the hype and marketing lingo, we're diving into what really matters for your business. Points up for grabs in every category, and at the end you'll find out who claims the victory. The winner might just surprise you. Let's get into it. Now, before we pick sides, here's a quick look at what we're actually comparing. Think pricing and licensing, because let's be honest, that's always a sticking point. Then we dive into core features, integrations, global support, all the new AI and automation hotness, and of course, user experience. It's not just about checklists, it's about how these things actually feel to use. First up, pricing and licensing. Honestly, neither of these are exactly what you'd call cheap, but there are some differences. SAP Concur likes to keep its exact prices kind of mysterious, and once you start adding modules, it can really add up, especially for smaller teams. You do get flexibility and it's a market leader, but yeah, you might find yourself asking, wait, how much are we actually paying? On the flip side, Dynamics 365 Finance does a bit better here, especially if you're already living in the Microsoft universe. Pricing is a bit more predictable and you get that whole modular, pick-what-you-need vibe. But fair warning, full-on implementation can still bite into your wallet, and you kinda need to be on Microsoft 365 already. So for most businesses, Dynamics 365 Finance sneaks ahead in this round. Moving on to core features. SAP Concur, it absolutely nails travel and expense management. It's basically the gold standard if you're sending people around the globe and need those expenses sorted without headaches. The mobile-first thing is great for busy teams, but honestly, if you're looking for a one-stop finance shop, Concur's a bit limited. Now, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance, oh man, this is where it flexes. General ledger, accounts payable and receivable, budgeting, analytics, it's all there. Seriously, it's basically ERP in a box, but heads up, it does come with a bit of a learning curve, some travel and expense features. You have to get those through partners, which is a bit of a hassle. But overall, Dynamics 365 Finance totally dominates when it comes to overall finance functionality. Now let's talk integration. You ever try connecting enterprise software and feel like you need a PhD? Well, both of these make the process easier, sort of. SAP Concur is super friendly with big players like Oracle, QuickBooks, you name it, over 200 systems. Just some complex workflows may have you calling in the experts. Dynamics 365 Finance. If you're already on Microsoft 365, Power BI, or Azure, this is like a match made in heaven. It even has solid API support for when you want to get fancy. Still, if you're hoping to work outside the Microsoft bubble, you might have to bring in a partner to hook things up. So honestly, both are pretty flexible, and I'd call this one a tie. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know SAP Concur first showed up way back in 1993, while Microsoft's been dabbling in ERP since 1998? Kind of wild to think how long these platforms have been evolving. Next up, global support. This one's huge if you're running teams in Tokyo, Berlin, and wherever else you've got laptops. SAP Concur is practically built for this stuff, super strong at handling global compliance, and it covers over 100 countries right out of the box. Sometimes new tax rules can take a minute to show up, but overall, it's really impressive. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance is no slouch either, with multi-currency and language support and some good rollout tools for going global. But if you want the full experience everywhere, you'll probably need to work with local partners. So in this round, gotta say, Concur clearly edges it out. Alright, let's get nerdy with automation and AI. SAP Concur has some handy tools like automatic receipt capture and policy flagging, which honestly saves tons of time at month-end, but it kind of stops there. If you want fancy machine learning or predictive tools, you're out of luck. But Dynamics 365 Finance, now we're talking AI that actually helps, financial insights, predictive forecasting, Copilot, and more. If you want a finance department that thinks ahead, Dynamics has a serious edge. Although those more advanced tools can get locked behind their premium E5 license, so budget accordingly. Still, Dynamics wins big here. Almost there, let's talk user experience. SAP Concur's mobile app, so intuitive, it's made for actual humans, which, let's be honest, not every enterprise tool is quick to get started even if you're not a power user. Sometimes, though, if you throw a ton of data at it, you might see things slow down. Meanwhile, Dynamics 365 Finance does have a really rich, modern interface, and I love the personalized dashboards. But wow, this thing has options on top of options. If you're not an accountant, you might feel a little overwhelmed at first. So for giving everyday users a smooth experience, SAP Concur takes the cake. If you're a chart person, picture this. Dynamics 365 Finance leads in pricing transparency, core features, and automation. SAP Concur, it shines brightest in user experience and global support. Integration's honestly a dead heat. So, wrapping this up, if you need travel and expense covered globally, Concur is still the go-to. But if your organization's main need is robust, fully integrated enterprise finance, analytics, and automation, Dynamics 365 Finance is the smarter pick. They're both leaders, but for most finance teams, Dynamics comes out just a bit ahead overall. If this breakdown helped untangle the mess of enterprise finance software, do yourself a favor and save it for later. And seriously, stay tuned, there's more real-world tech face-offs just around the corner.